Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here with this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading. Okay, so it's for the week commencing the 26th of July, which is Monday if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. So Sunday evening if you're in the US or the UK perhaps. Alrighty, it's really very simple. Just pick a number now between 1 and 5 and I'll do a psychic tarot interpretation for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First number that pops into your mind now. You can pick more than one card. If you pick 5 cards, that'll be interesting. If you're new, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that notification bell right now. And if you're already subscribed, please re-hit the notification bell. There's some sort of issue. Sometimes you get unsubscribed or something. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, let's go to the board now and see what these cards have to say. Alrighty, so 5 cards. We're going with card number 1. Card number 1. Let's see what comes out. No, that one will do. Alright, closing my eyes now. I see a horse sort of like this, but this is a unicorn obviously. But horse means horsepower, so more power available to you this week if you've picked card number 1. Okay, and this might be because somebody's helping you. This card here, 10 of Cups, is excellent for family life, having children, nurturing, being kind and considerate. This is usually a feminine energy. If you're a man, you still have feminine energy. But it's a very nurturing energy, and it's great with children. You see here the little rocking horse here, and it's all about the warmth and stability, the fires of the family hearth, the family home. Okay, so could be some really good feelings coming to you of comfort and stability this week if you pick card number 1, and you may feel more powerful because of that, especially if you've been through a difficult time lately. All right, let's have a look now at card number 2. Card number 2. Let's go with that one under there. Alrighty, closing my eyes now. What do I see for card number 2? 2, blue. Blue is the sky, blue is the ocean. The sky of mind, thinking, strategizing, planning. The ocean, your subconscious, your feelings, your intuition, the things deep down inside you. I feel like there's some sort of union between these two this week. That means that you're really likely to get somewhere if you have any plans or projects you want to, move ahead on. Your subconscious forces and your emotions and your thinking are in alignment. The card that comes up is the King of Swords. Well, this is fantastic in the sense of thinking. It's a very clever person, usually a masculine energy, which of course can be in females as well. So it's like the divine masculine in the sense, and the ability to cut through all of the crap, all of the dross, all of the rubbish. You can use this diamond inlaid sword of truth, which is your logic, your analytical ability to cut through anything that's not, wholesome. You'll see he's seated on a diamond with a diamond at the back here, and this basically means that he's been through a hard time, and from heat and pressure he has formed this ability to cut through to the truth. So you might see some things this week in a new light that you didn't see before, and now all of a sudden they're making sense to you. Okay, you'll notice he's dressed in blue and white. Look, I know a lot of people don't like the Suite of Swords because it is about thinking, and sometimes people can overdo it. But blue and white, there is a spiritual element to this. And the blue, of course, is associated with Archangel Michael. All right, so I see it as a favourable card, especially if you have to do a lot of thinking, planning or strategizing. This is like a good lawyer that really can get you what you need. Okay, you'll find this energy in lawyers particularly. Sometimes the issue comes when they don't run it through a human heart. You need to run everything through a human heart, so that there's compassion and empathy. That's, if you just relied on this without empathy, that could be problematic. But because I've seen the ocean with it, I'm not worried about it this week. All right, so card number 3. This one just flew out. Or actually a whole heap flew out, but we're going to go with the top one, which is the 7 of Wands. Okay, there could be some competition around, especially if you're in business. You might find some competitors. Maybe they steal your ideas or something like that. Boy, I know that one. You see there she's got a red bra on because she is active. She is taking action. She's actually proactive in defending herself. So this is about being assertive. Stand up for yourself. You're not a doormat, okay? It's time to make a stand and speak your piece, okay? That's what all these baseball bats are, okay? So we'll just go with that one. 7 of Wands, inspirational and motivational. Card number 4. Card number 4. Let's see what comes out for you. Let's go with that one. Okay, so closing my eyes, what do I see for card number 4 for this week? Do stick around to the end. I'll do psychic channeling at the end too, after card 5. Okay, I see some letters. These are old-fashioned letters, but they're still a symbol of communications and news. So you may get some news. It's mixed news. It could be some good bits and some not so good bits in the news that you hear this week. I feel like the not so good bits involve another person, okay? It's like you're hearing something about someone you used to know. I see a cigarette here. That usually means addiction, so be careful of that if you have any addictive type issues. Humans can get addicted to absolutely anything, and many of us are addicted to something. My pet thing that I have to watch is cups of tea. I drink so much tea, and especially in the winter. In the summer I'm okay. I drink probably 4 or 5 cups a day, but in the winter I tend to drink double that. I try to drink water, but yeah, it's hard in the winter. Okay, so watch any addictive tendencies this week, or feelings of obsession or compulsion. Okay, because when you're addicted to something, it takes your vitality away. It takes your life away. Addictions lead to death, is one way of looking at it. Death can show up in any number of ways, and sometimes it's the death of the ego, and we all suffer from this on a more regular basis than what you might think. The death of the ego, you have your heart set on something and it doesn't turn out the way that you planned or what you thought, and there's no getting around it. You can spin it any way you want, but the truth is, deep down inside, when something that you thought was going to happen didn't happen, and it's the end of something on one level. On another level, it's also the beginning of something, because once you realise that what you thought isn't going to happen or hasn't happened, then you realise that something else is going to happen, and a new cycle begins, and it's birth. So death actually means birth, because it's rebirth. Okay, so don't be worried about card number 4. I know people freak out. I know some tarot readers take the cards out of their decks if they don't want them to show up. I would never do that, okay, because it's just dishonest, I think, basically. Death is a part of life, but this says that something's died. Perhaps it hasn't been buried. It could have died 10 or 20 years ago, and it's just sort of the tendrils just sort of hanging there because it hasn't been buried. So this week you may have some memories, and it will be time to bury them once and for all and to move on. Card number 5. 5 is alive. Okay, 5 is alive. Oh, and there we have the Knight of Swords. This also came out on Facebook. There's one underneath it too, which is a 7 of Cups, but I'll just read the top one. This is exciting. This is about taking the big picture. And it's like a young 20-something-year-old masculine energy who is moving forward in life and has a lot of potential. There's a lot of excitement and adventure around this card. And because he's on an eagle, if you're in America or Germany, this could have more relevance to you. But whichever way you look at it, it's flying high, a sense of liberation and feeling free. Regardless of what's going on in the outside world, this is something that happens within you. It's in your mind rather than what's happening outside. So don't worry about governments and rules and regulations. Don't think about that. This is more about how you feel in yourself. If you feel restricted or trapped, it's because there's some part of you that you need to look at, okay? Because even in the worst of circumstances, there's always a silver lining. So I'm asking you to take the big picture view so you can find it. You'll see here, she's wearing silver with a gold lion, okay? That can be you. The feminine with the masculine ability to cut through and see the big picture. There's a sword there. Cut through all the rubbish, and then you can see the truth, okay? Knight of Swords, exciting, interesting, very Uranian. Alrighty, so 10 of Cups, King of Swords, 7 of Wands, Death, and Knight of Swords. So this week, there's only one major arcana, a king and a knight, so a couple of royal cards and a couple of minor cards. So it's a sort of average week, if you like. And more of what, it's more same old, more of what we've been going through. All right, I'm just going to close my eyes now and see if there's anything else that I can tell you for the week commencing 26th of July 2021. What do I see? Okay, so I've got a knight here with a sword. Well, I don't know that it's a knight. It's somebody dressed like a knight. Let's just say that. With a sword, he's got his hand on the hilt and the sword in front, and he's standing like this, and it's like ready for action. The action hasn't happened yet, but it's coming, okay? So he'll be ready for action. He'll be ready to fight for his rights, what he believes in, and so you may need to be assertive. But, it's not here yet. It's coming, but it's not here yet. There's umbrellas, but instead of being up like this, above people's heads like this, they're turned upside down. And so this is like sadness or depression reversed. Yes, that happened. And yes, there was reason to be sad about something. And now that time is over. The umbrella is just upside down on the pathway, not doing anything. So the time for sadness and depression is leaving. And there's a more positive, optimistic future coming. All right, what's this I see? It's like this is a good one. I wish I could draw. It's like a village of trees. So there's a whole lot of trees, but instead of being houses like for each person's house, it's a tree. And so tree houses, living in a tree, family trees. So this is something to do with lots of families. So it could be society in general, or perhaps in your local community or local area. And it's just people going about their normal lives, babies being born, okay? So fertility could be important, and whether that's you actually want to have a baby or you want to create. There's a lot of creative energy here, natural energy, getting back to nature, maybe, planting your own vegetables, growing your own food, being less reliant on other people, and just doing your thing in your community, and maybe sharing with your neighbours or the people around you or your family, okay? Maybe extended family, large numbers of people that are extended family. Okay, chains. I see chains here just sort of breaking and just falling away. The restrictions are falling away. That's what that says to me. And again, there's a theme of freedom. Freedom is coming. okay? And don't be too concerned. Be sensible and get on with your life. Okay, so that's it, everyone. I hope this has been a bit useful for you. If you're new, subscribe and be alive. And leave a like, that would be fabulous, or a dislike, I don't mind. YouTube doesn't mind either. Okay, have a wonderful week, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Okay, thanks and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.